Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're here with another Smallville episode. This will be Season 1, Episode 6, and it is titled Hourglass. So not much context in that. So we'll just see how this goes. I know it's been a while since I've done a Smallville episode. There has obviously been a priority for Stargate and Buffy, as they are the two most popular shows. So yeah, we'll get into this. Looking forward to hopefully getting more done on a regular basis. I hope to release these out every Saturday on YouTube. On Patreon, it will just be, they'll be released when they're released. And we'll see how it goes. The full uncut unedited reaction is available on Patreon, link in the description below, and let's just get straight on into this.
Now, what's your name?
Mr. Boston, it's live.
Yeah, it's interesting. Seeing the future can be a dangerous thing.
Water.
Okay, so he just fell. I thought he was actually going to try and kill himself. Oh shit.
Someone close to you is going to die. Very soon.
This time, we're gonna pay. I'm
It's a little hard.
I just heard this is where young people congregate.
Not to overhear.
Yeah, we congregate here often.
Hi, I'm Clark. The rude one's Chloe. And this is...
Lotta Lang. Name tag was a big clue. So, good luck finding your missing old person.
Enjoy your coffee. They brought it in by Burrow this morning.
Thanks, honey. You're a doll.
She made me kill myself.
You play beautifully.
I was supposed to attend the Metropolis Conservatory.
Your voice sounds young. The conservatory closed its doors in the 70s.
I mean, I've always dreamed of attending there. That is, if I lived in a different time.
Any chance you could give an old lady a hand back to her room?
I already know my future.
You might consider rounding those curves at a speed that won't actually break the sound barrier.
Hey, where's the fun in that?
Seriously, you could get hurt.
Why this sudden interest in my health?
I met this woman at the retirement center, and she can kind of see the future.
Yeah? She tell you your future?
Not exactly. She said someone very close to me would
Die?
Damn it. Circuit breaker.
Sounds like your father left you a bright future.
Nasty way to kill someone.
Are you gonna come in or not, Mr. Kent? Meteors came. One hit a field behind
So
my
it was the
house.
meteorites.
Flash burnt my optic nerves.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's amazing how one moment can change your life forever.
Oh, jeez. I guess if you live for such a long time,
No.
you would be surrounded by graves. I mean, because I don't think we actually know how long Superman can live for, unless it's being said in the comics or
It wasn't an
something.
hallucination.
Cassandra Carver?
Do those expensive shoes come with a name?
Lex Luthor.
Oh,
Alive, but he's also a mystery.
most people are.
Yeah, I can
I
understand
need to know my
Lex's
future.
curiosity.
I'll see your friend Clark, or maybe I'll see something else.
Goodbye, Miss Carver. It's been enlightening.
Come back again. When you're ready. The other night you left in a hurry. Oops. I hoped you'd come back.
Sorry.
Who are they?
People who need your help.
How am I supposed to help them if I don't know who they are?
I'm not a radio. I don't pick up continuous transmissions. That's all I have.
I'll figure it out.
What?
It's her.
It's who?
We gotta go.
What's it gonna do with me?
Actually, Zoe Garfield, quite a bit. And your grandmother, she helped kill that future. And now,
Was another student of the...
don't move, don't move, don't move!
Jeez. Oh, I like that. I love the way they do that in slow motion. I think that's pretty cool.
They tell me there's no way the impact could have ripped open the roof like this.
They must have made a mistake.
Do you remember anything about the accident?
Jeez.
No, just that I pulled you out, that's it.
I like the way Lex is
I
coming
thought you might
out
be able to tell me more.
and being honest, and I can see it in Lex's face that he's
Strange to be walking
bit
around when every shred of evidence is
annoyed
be dead.
that Clark
Not
is
solved
lying
mystery,
to
I
him.
guess.
Maybe fate has something else in...
Clark, are you alright?
Not really. I think I'll go inside. Talk to Harry.
That's right. Tell him you know the truth.
Now, why do I need to explain?
You know what, Harry? I think you and this kid are the same person.
But I've been through it now.
I think you should leave, young man.
Don't worry, I'm going.
There's no way you'd know if that for sure, if that would work second time.
Investigation, you name it.
Is anybody watching this guy?
Lana's got an eye on him.
Hiram Kent.
Hiram Kent.
Wasn't that your grandfather?
Harry's gonna kill my dad.
Can I help you?
I got a report about a gas leak. You, mind if I come in? Kurt isn't your regular gas man, is he, Mrs. Kent?
What do you want?
Kill your husband.
What did Jonathan ever do to you?
Nothing. But his father did.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn, that... Well done. Come on, Clark.
He's already here. Are you okay?
You think I'd ever leave you two alone?
It's very dark, but this is an awesome scene.
I'm sorry, son. She's gone.
She saw it.
So what?
Her future.
It had a mixture of really good parts in it and not so great. I must admit, I liked Harry as a villain. I thought, it wasn't someone who had really special powers, if you like superpowers. Unless you count him coming young, but I don't really count that as a power. But he certainly was dark. His character was very dark. From murdering, I think it was his teacher's son, to, to that end scene with Martha and him. Very dark character. Then we also had that part at the end there with Lex and Cassandra, and that was also immensely dark. If I had to give this episode, well, I do have to give this episode a score. So I will give it a 7, I think. A high 7. Does it make an 8? Yeah, I'm going to give it an 8 because I think that end scene really pushed it up to an 8. So I'll give it an 8. Okay, let's just break this down. We start off with Clark volunteering at the old people's home simply because Lana's there. Clark is assigned Cassandra, who supposedly can see the future. Then, she uses her powers to tell Ross that he left his keys in the car, I think it was. Then Lana meets this older man who we don't really know much about him. Like Cassandra, we only know bits. Oh yeah, she can see the future. This is he's just a normal resident in this old people's house. Retirement home. Then he falls in the pond and becomes young again. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think this may be the guy from NCIS LA. I could be wrong, but he does certainly look similar to him. So, yeah. Then we get Cassandra saying to Clark, someone very close to you will die. And then Clark's really worried about that, saying to his mum and dad, you got to be a lot careful. These things are dangerous. Then we come back here to the retirement home where Harry Volk on trial for murder. We find out that. I didn't actually see that, so I didn't, when I was watching it, so I didn't pick it up then. Then we have the others, sort of asking for coffee and complaining about how much it is. Obviously, times have changed since he was younger. Then, we have him talking, saying he likes Chloe's theory about, I think it was abducted. I can't remember exactly what she said, but yeah, Harry liked it. He's then playing music. Cassandra's nearby, sort of trying to see his future, but he says he already knows it. Here we have Clark, talking to Lex, saying, oh, you should drive more carefully, which is totally true. But then Clark says, oh, someone told me, a psychic told me someone close to him is going to die. Lex is sort of more logical about it, saying, oh, she knows when she has a good audience. Then Lex asks, what's her name? Here we have Lana sort of telling Clark that, he was a murderer. He killed his teacher's son when the teacher, I think it was, turned him down to be a student. So yeah, that was pretty dark. Here we have him pretending to be an electrician with one of the jurors' descendants. He then kills him. We have Clark coming back to see Cassandra, and then Cassandra shows Clark his future, and he's in a graveyard surrounded by gravestones. Like he's the last person on Earth. If anyone can tell me if we've ever been told how long Clark can actually live, because I don't think we've heard it in the movies. So, yeah, I'm not actually sure how long his natural life is, if he even has an end. But I'd be pretty freaked out by that if I was in a graveyard surrounded by gravestones of people I know and love. I'd be freaking out. Foreknowledge, a dangerous thing. And we have Clark, sort of worried about being, the last person on Earth. Very worried. He doesn't want to be alone. Here we have Lex speaking to Cassandra. Cassandra immediately knows that he doesn't want stock tips. And Lex decides he doesn't want to see his future because he makes his own future. A philosophy I can understand. I believe we make our own future and it's not written out for us. Because if it's written out for us, it's a little sad. That just means we're actors reading a script. Here we have Lana sort of seeing the wall of weird and sort of seeing her tragedy on the wall listed. And, it can't be easy having your most devastating life experience, available to all to see. That would be terrible. Because as she said, people look at you differently. And yeah, that just wouldn't be the nicest thing. You'd always be seeing people treat you with kid gloves. Then Clark decides to meet Chloe and Ross, Pete, in the barn, I think, because Lana just was a little creeped out by the wall of weird. Yeah, you know, we sort of find out that he's still hanging around this coffee shop. Not quite sure why. They don't really explain at that moment. You know, maybe he just wants to be away from the retirement home, you know. I mean, obviously this year a lot of retirement homes have been closed and being isolated even more than usual. Here, Cassandra shows Clark, you know, people that need his help. You know, people around everywhere who need Clark's help. Then we have them going through sort of newspaper clippings, and then this Harry sort of is going to kill her because of what her grandfather, I think, was on the juror. Here he throws her in front of the truck, and then Clark stops it. This moment I really enjoyed, when Harry stabbed the knife at Clark and it broke, and they did it in slow motion shot. I think that was really good, because, you know, if you have it on the show happen really quickly, you sort of lose something. It's like, oh yeah, that happened. But by slowing it down, it looks really cool. Clark then throws him onto a car, absolutely slamming him onto that car roof. Yeah, you know, Jonathan doesn't want Clark, to see Cassandra anymore because she might know his secret, which, from the impression that we've been getting, she does. Here, Lex is sort of, you know, telling Clark everything about the car, that the experts say there's no way the crash could have done this damage. Clark is clearly lying to Lex, and you can see Lex is a bit irritated by that, you know. And yes, people can have secrets, but sometimes, you know, when you're being obviously lied to directly to your face, it's not the best, and it can be frustrating. You know, Clark could have said, well, mind you, yeah, I guess he's in a bit of a hard position. Either he lies, or he says, just drop it, and then Lex would know there's something suspicious, so I guess Clark is in a bit of a hard position there. But, you know, he says to Lex, you have to decide whether you want to hold on to the past or look to the future. And, yeah, here we have the kid, Harry. He's now tied up. He's old again, tied up in the bed. And he says to police that, you know, this kid was a fan of his work and that he kidnapped him, but we both know that he's the same person. You know, Clark is like, I'll be keeping an eye on you, Harry. I'm pretty sure it's Harry. It might be Henry, but I'm pretty sure it's Harry. He then knows that Clark isn't part of the family tree and is suspicious. And obviously he's seen Clark use his powers, so yeah, he knows. Here we have them searching. We finally found out that on the jury was Clark's grandfather. And then he comes to the Kent farm to try and kill Jonathan. Martha tries to get out and ends up sort of, trying to hide from him. Then he, sort of pushes a knife through, which scared the hell out of me. Then he comes into this. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of grain harvester. I don't know what it is. Then Martha turns on this machine, and yeah, he gets caught and basically drowns in there. And Clark uses his X-ray vision to find Martha, and they save her. And here Lex has come back to Cassandra looking for answers, seeing the future, and we see Lex as president, sort of surrounded by flowers which turn dark when he touches them. They basically die. Then we see him surrounded by human bones. I mean, this scene was absolutely dark and brilliant at the same time. And then the clouds turn red, starts raining blood, and then Cassandra ends up dead, from seeing that, which shocks Lex a bit. And then Clark finds out that she's dead and says, oh yeah, she knew this was going to happen. Okay, so that was the breakdown of Smallville. Really enjoyed that episode in parts, but there were other parts that were just, a little bit boring. And just, yeah. So it's a bit of a mixed episode, if you like. Yeah, so I think I'll stick with an 8. I'm hoping to get Smallville up more regularly. I know there is an emphasis on getting up Buffy and Stargate episodes, especially on Patreon. But yeah, hopefully I can get an episode of Smallville out a week. No promises on that, but I am hoping to. So yeah, I think that's it. The full uncut, unedited reaction is available on Patreon, listed in the description below, as well as my social media accounts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.